All right, so today we're diving deep into human connection.
Phew, exciting.
Yeah, and we've got this program, Heartbeat Celebrating Human Connection,
Okay.
full of these stories of kindness
Oh, nice.
from everywhere, like literally all over the globe. It's amazing how people are making a difference, just one little act at a time.
It is really cool. You know, it's interesting when you look at all these stories from such different places and cultures,
Right.
they all show like this one truth about us humans. We have this like basic need to connect and care for each other. It's like built into us.
Yeah, totally. It's like a giant tapestry of kindness,
Yeah.
right? Woven from all these different cultures.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to explore today.
Awesome.
All those little threads that make us human. So, first stop,
Okay.
London. We're going to the
Yeah.
London Marathon.
Love it.
Picture this. Huge energy. Runners pushing themselves to the limit,
Yeah.
and then right near the finish line,
Oh,
one runner just collapses.
yeah.
Totally spent.
Oh, man. That's going to be rough, like physically and emotionally. So true.
They're so close to their goal, but their body just gives out.
Exactly. And that's where the magic happens. Another runner, instead of, just zooming past to the finish line,
Yeah?
they stop to help,
Wow.
giving up their own chance to win, just to help another runner.
It's incredible, isn't it? Like in that super challenging moment,
Yeah.
their need to connect with and help another person
Right.
overrides their competitive drive,
Right.
which is like so ingrained in a marathon,
Totally. Makes you wonder, what were they thinking? What made them stop? Was it pure instinct?
Right. Maybe it was like realizing how fragile our ambitions can be. Like a reminder that sometimes the biggest win is helping someone else reach their potential.
That's deep. And what about the runner who was helped? I bet they felt all sorts of things. Gratitude, relief, maybe even a little embarrassment.
Oh, for sure. It's got to be humbling to have someone help you like that,
Right.
so selflessly. It reminds you that even when you feel your weakest, you're not alone.
Okay, ready for a change of scenery?
Let's go to Nairobi, Kenya,
Ooh, okay.
where a community turned this like abandoned spot into something really cool.
What did they do?
A community garden.
Oh, that's nice.
It shows how people can work together
Yeah.
to deal with a basic human need, right? Food.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just about the food, is it?
No, definitely not.
It's about taking back a space, nurturing it back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're doing that, they're nurturing their community too.
For sure. Imagine the impact on the whole neighborhood. It's a place to gather, connect, share what they know,
Yeah.
build something beautiful together. It makes them feel proud of their community.
They're not just growing vegetables, they're growing connections. Right, ready for something totally different?
Hit me.
Tokyo, Japan. A huge, busy city.
Yeah, known for being super efficient.
But even there, people lose stuff.
Happens everywhere, right?
Shows that even in the most organized places, we're still human. We mess up, lose things.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need help getting back on track.
Yeah.
And that's where these volunteers come in.
Okay.
They've got this lost and found service
Cool.
dedicated to getting people reunited with their lost stuff. Think how relieved you'd be to get your wallet back,
Oh, huge relief.
knowing someone cared enough to make the effort.
Definitely. It restores your faith in humanity a bit, don't you think? Like, even in a big, impersonal city,
Yeah,
there are people who'll go the extra mile for others, expecting nothing in return.
those small acts of kindness, those moments of connection, they can really make a difference. Okay, get ready for a story that'll make you appreciate art.
Ooh, I love art.
We're going to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil,
Yeah.
where this artist used their talent for something amazing.
Oh, wow. What did they do?
Art can really touch us, right?
Definitely. It stirs emotions.
It can inspire action.
Totally.
And in this case, it's actually changing kids' lives.
Wow. Okay, I'm intrigued.
So this artist paints this vibrant mural
Mm-hmm.
in a public space, and all the money they made from it,
Yeah.
donated it to fund surgeries for children with heart problems.
That's incredible.
It's a beautiful example of how creativity can be used for good.
Mm-hmm.
This artist isn't just making the city prettier.
Right.
They're bringing hope and healing to families.
It's like they're painting a brighter future, literally and figuratively.
Makes you think, how could we use our own passions to make a difference?
It does. We've all got something to offer, right?
Exactly. Okay, let's head to New York City now. It's such a mix of cultures,
It is a real melting pot.
but it also reminds you of the problems of city life, like food insecurity.
Yeah, it's a tough issue, often because of systemic inequalities.
And while we need to address those root causes, sometimes it's the simple things that make a difference, like giving someone a meal,
Absolutely. Just having a warm meal can mean so much.
And that's what this food truck owner did.
Okay.
Started giving free meals to homeless people and people struggling to make ends meet. Because a warm meal isn't just food.
It's not.
It's dignity.
Yeah.
It's belonging.
Powerful stuff. It shows those people they matter.
Yeah.
Someone cares about them.
And in a city that can feel lonely, that connection can be huge. All right, let's hop over to Melbourne, Australia now.
Okay.
This story shows how important it is to bridge the digital divide.
That's so crucial, especially for seniors.
Exactly. Technology is everywhere, but for a lot of seniors, it's a barrier.
It is. They get left out.
They can't connect.
And that's where this retired teacher comes in, right?
Right, got it. They decided to use their skills to help seniors.
Awesome.
Set up this free tech tutoring program, teaching them how to use computers, smartphones, all that.
That's fantastic. It's like sharing knowledge between generations.
And think about the seniors. They're learning new things, staying connected,
Hmm?
getting access to all this information that can make their lives better. It combats social isolation.
It does. And it empowers them to be part of society more fully.
It reminds us that you're never too old to learn and grow. All right, get ready for a story that proves even small things can have a big impact. We're off to Paris, France, the city of love.
Where this one act of kindness on the subway
Okay,
shows us that we're all in this together.
I like that.
Picture a packed subway. A mom trying to handle her stuff and her baby,
Yeah.
feeling overwhelmed. Then someone steps in, offers to hold her baby, just so she can get organized.
So sweet.
It's just instinct, right? Recognizing another human in need.
It is, yeah. We all have that power to lighten someone's load, even a little bit.
And think about that mom. She's not alone anymore. Someone sees her, supports her, reminds her that even in a crowded city, there's kindness.
It's a good reminder. And you know, that kindness could have inspired others on that train, too,
Yeah.
to be more mindful, more helpful.
Yeah, I've told her.
It's like this ripple effect of positivity.
We're all connected in those little moments, however brief, they can really matter.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Stockholm, Sweden now, where this knitting club decided to use their skills
Okay.
to spread warmth,
Yeah.
both literally and figuratively.
I love that. Knitting and crocheting, they're usually solo activities, right? But in this case, it became this act of community care.
They made tons of blankets, then gave them to refugees and homeless people, offering comfort during the cold winter.
Aw.
It's like they're weaving a safety net of warmth and care.
It's beautiful. It shows that we can all use what we're good at to make a difference.
Okay, get ready for a story that'll make you want to dance. We're heading to Cairo, Egypt,
Fun!
where music brought people together. Musicians from all over the city playing in a public square, using the language of music
Cool.
to promote peace and harmony. Music has this amazing ability, right, to overcome cultural barriers.
Totally. It speaks to us on a deeper level.
And in a world that often feels divided, it can bring us together.
I feel that. It creates this shared experience of joy and connection. It reminds us of what we all have in common.
It's like they're composing a symphony of unity. Different instruments, different melodies, blending together to create something beautiful.
Okay, last stop on our global kindness tour before we take a break.
Okay, I'm ready. Where to? Mumbai, India, where a librarian had this awesome idea.
Oh, was it?
They turned a van into a mobile library.
No way. That's so creative.
This van goes to rural areas, brings books and literacy classes to places that don't have much access to education.
Amazing. It breaks down barriers, ensures everyone has a chance to learn.
Like they're driving a vehicle of knowledge, bringing hope and opportunity to places that are often forgotten.
That's a powerful image.
Wow, what a journey we've been on.
I know, right? From London to Nairobi to Rio to Mumbai.
We've seen how human connection can shine through. Acts of kindness, big and small.
It's clear that compassion knows no boundaries. It crosses cultures, reminds us that we're more similar than different.
It's like we've been on a global treasure hunt, finding these precious gems of kindness.
And they remind us just how beautiful the human spirit can be.
And you know what? I think it's time for us to pause, let all these stories sink in, maybe even think about some of our own stories.
Good idea.
We'll be back soon with more heartwarming stories from Heartbeats celebrating human connection.
It's so inspiring to see how these stories, like they're all unique, you know?
Yeah.
But they all have that one thing in common, wanting to make a difference for others.
It's like a global tapestry, right?
Yeah.
Woven with these acts of kindness. Makes you think, what if we all tried to be a little kinder every day? A little more compassionate?
That's a beautiful thought. Imagine the ripple effect if we all just took inspiration from these stories.
Yeah.
And did even little things to be kind.
Out of all the stories we talked about, is there one that really stuck with you?
Yeah.
One that maybe gave you an idea or made you think, hey, I could do that?
That's tough. There are so many good ones. But for me, the one about the tech tutor in Melbourne,
Oh, yeah.
that one really hit home. It shows how simple things, like teaching someone tech skills,
Right.
it can change their life. They're not so isolated anymore, and it empowers them.
Yeah, I love that one too. It reminds me of the one in Paris
Yeah.
with the person helping the mom on the subway. It shows that kindness doesn't have to be this big, grand thing. It can just be offering help when someone needs it.
You're so right. And sometimes those small things have the biggest impact,
Totally.
Speaking of small gestures with big impact, did you hear about the one in Montana?
Oh, Montana, no. What happened there?
It's a sweet story. It shows the power of connections between generations.
Okay.
So there's this kid, maybe 8 or 9 years old, walking home from school,
Yeah.
and he sees this older woman struggling with her grocery bags.
Huh.
And you know what he does?
Ah,
Offers to help carry them all the way home.
that's so sweet.
But here's the best part. It wasn't just a one-time thing. This kid started helping her every day after school, carrying her groceries, chatting with her. It turned into a real friendship.
That's incredible. It's amazing how kindness can create these unexpected bonds.
It really is. And it reminds us that even kids can make a difference.
Okay, now let's jump to a totally different part of the world. Nepal.
Nepal.
Mm.
The Himalayas, such a fascinating place.
So this story shows the strength of community and how much people believe in education, even when things are tough. Okay, imagine this. There's a school, this place of learning and hope,
Yeah.
and then an earthquake hits, destroys the school.
Oh no, that's terrible. I can't even imagine. The whole community must have been devastated, especially the kids.
But you know what? Instead of giving up, they came together,
Yeah.
determined to rebuild their school.
Wow.
They used everything they had, resources, skills, time, all working to create a safe place for their kids to learn.
That's amazing. Rebuilding a whole school in a remote village after an earthquake, what do you think gave them that strength?
I think it was love.
Yeah.
Love for their kids and believing that education can give them a better future.
You're probably right. In the face of such loss, they chose hope. They chose resilience. They chose to invest in the next generation.
Okay, ready for a story that's both heartwarming and a little bit quirky?
Hit me. I love those.
Let's go to Berlin, Germany, where this group of friends found a unique way to spread joy in their neighborhood.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Random acts of crochet.
Wait, what? Random acts of crochet? I've never heard of that.
I know, right? It's brilliant. They basically crocheted these colorful little things like flowers, animals, you name it, and then they'd secretly leave them in public places for people to find.
Oh, that's adorable. Can you imagine walking around and just stumbling upon a little crocheted ladybug or a sunflower?
I know, it would totally make you smile. It's
Yeah.
such a fun, creative way to spread joy, like a little surprise in your everyday life.
It's a great way to use art and crafts to connect with your community. It shows that even small, silly things can make people happy.
Okay, last story before we wrap up this part. Bangkok, Thailand.
Ah, Bangkok, the city of angels, known for its amazing street food and hospitality.
So this story is about a street vendor
Okay.
who saw these tourists struggling to talk to a taxi driver.
Oh, yeah. Language barriers can be so frustrating when you're traveling. I've been there. It makes you feel lost and alone.
Well, this vendor saw the tourists getting frustrated and stepped in to help.
Really? What did they do?
They translated for them, helped them tell the driver where they needed to go.
Wow, what a kind gesture. Just a simple act of translation can really bridge the gap between cultures. It can make a huge difference for people who are new to a place.
It shows the power of empathy, you know?
It does.
Being willing to help strangers, even when you don't get anything in return.
Yeah,
It's a reminder that kindness can pop up anywhere,
definitely.
even in a busy city. We just have to be willing to look beyond ourselves and see what others need. We've heard so many amazing stories today.
I know, right? From London to Nepal, Tokyo to Cairo.
And what strikes me is how kindness crosses all boundaries. It doesn't matter where you're from or what language you speak.
It's true. Compassion is a universal language. It connects us all through these simple acts of kindness.
It's like we've been collecting these little sparks of hope and inspiration along the way.
And those sparks can ignite a flame of kindness within each of us.
So as we move into the final part of our deep dive, I want you to think about the stories that touched you the most. What did you learn? What inspired you? And how can you turn that inspiration into action and add your own thread to this global tapestry of compassion? But don't go anywhere. We've got more heartwarming stories and insightful reflections coming up in just a moment.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been all over the world today with these stories of human connection from Heartbeat.
It's been pretty amazing, right? Seeing how kindness can shine through, even when things are tough.
Totally. As we think about these stories, it hits me how each act of kindness, even a small one,
Yeah,
it can spread out and touch so many people, not just one person, but whole communities.
like throwing a pebble in a pond. Those ripples just keep going.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest thing you've taken away from all this? What connects all these stories?
I think it's that kindness is a choice. We make it every day. It's not about waiting for some big moment.
Right.
It's about the little things we do every day, helping out, listening, saying something kind, or even just smiling.
It's about being aware of the people around us and realizing that even the smallest things can matter a lot.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, kindness is contagious. When we see someone being compassionate, it makes us want to be kinder too.
It's like a chain reaction of good vibes, spreading out and making the world a better place.
Yeah,
It makes you wonder, what if we all tried a little harder to be kind?
I know, right?
What would our communities be like? How would we treat each other?
That's a beautiful thought. A world where people genuinely care about each other, where kindness is just normal.
I love that. It's not about some perfect world. It's realizing we can all make a difference right here, right now.
Absolutely. We don't need to wait for the perfect time or make big plans. We can start by being more mindful, more deliberate in how we interact with people, smiling at a stranger, helping a neighbor, really listening to a friend.
Those little things can create a more compassionate and connected world.
They really can. And you know what? Kindness is a gift that keeps giving. It helps the person receiving it, but it also makes the giver feel good.
It does. It gives you purpose, connection, a sense of belonging.
Exactly. When we're kind, we connect with something deep inside ourselves. Our humanity, our capacity for love and empathy, and that connection, that sense of purpose, that's what makes life meaningful.
Well said. As we wrap up our deep dive into Heartbeat, I want to leave our listeners with a challenge. What act of kindness will you add to the world?
Ooh, good one.
It doesn't need to be big, just something that makes someone's day better.
Share a smile, give a compliment, help someone out, or just really listen to them. Every bit of kindness matters. It makes the world a more compassionate and connected place.
Let's inspire each other to make the world a kinder, brighter place, one act of kindness at a time. Thanks for joining us on this heartwarming journey. And remember, kindness is a gift that keeps on giving. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep diving deep.